When it comes to an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life, you always need to think about the things you want to declutter before you make the final decision. That's why this video is all about the things that you should consider before you get rid of something for a one-bag life. And at the end of the video, I will give you my single best tip on how you can easily declutter everything in your home for every kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. So don't miss out. For all of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sven, just an extreme minimalist with less than 150 possessions, whose biggest desire is to live his whole life out of just one carry-on size backpack. So if you end up liking the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment with your thoughts at the end of the video and join me on my journey towards a true one-bag life and to find out how an extreme minimalist lifestyle looks like. And also, don't forget about the weekly one-bag life community post that is posted with this video. But I would say, let's get started. Do you often think about the things you want to declutter or you want to get rid of? Or do you more or less just throw them away because you don't need them anymore or you think you don't need them anymore? I actually do think a lot about everything I want to declutter or maybe will declutter in the future. Because when you live an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life, you only have space in your bag for the essentials that you want to carry. That's why it's so important for a one-bag life to always remind yourself that you do everything before you declutter the thing and in the end make the final decision based on everything you considered before if you need the thing or not. Starting with finding the main reasons why you want to get rid or declutter something. Maybe you think you haven't used it for a very long time. Maybe you found a better solution, or maybe it just broke down or isn't doing the thing that it's supposed to do very good anymore. That's the very first step to make sure you really need to know or you consider why you want to get rid of something and don't just throw away something because you want to have something new. The next step would be to reframe your thinking. So when you have the reason why you think you want to get rid of something, you need to reframe your mind to think about why you have the thing actually that you want to get rid of. In my case, maybe this camera. So I try to reframe my mind to think about why did I even bought this camera? What was the reason or what was the purpose for the item to bring it into my life? Because as you know, for a one-bag life, you only want to carry the essentials. So there was a very good reason why you even introduced the thing in your life. So instead of always thinking about why you want to get rid of something, try to reframe it and think about why you kept this thing or why you bought this thing in the first place and if it still has some space in your bag or maybe in your suitcase. By now, you should have made a really big step forward to make the final decision if you really want to get rid of something. And now it's time to think of different solutions before you give something away or you buy something new. Maybe, as I mentioned, you want to get rid of something because you haven't used it for a very long time. So maybe you can find a situation where you can use it more or more often, I would say, than you used it before. Maybe something broke down and maybe you can repair it so you don't need to get rid of it. You just repair it and can use it for the same reason as you used it before. So try to find a way to make it work again for you, and only if you can find a way that is possible for you and comfortable for you to work with, then you can go on to the next step. But always try to remind yourself that it's much more environmentally friendly and also much more long-term lasting if you can find a solution to your problem with the things you already have and don't need new things for that. But as I said, if you can find a way from the things I mentioned before to make sense or that the thing makes sense in your life or in your backpack anymore, then it's really time to get rid of it. And when I say get rid of it or decluttering, I really mean that you need to, I would say, weigh your options because it's not always good to sell everything. Maybe you can exchange it with someone else. Maybe you can donate it or do something else with it, except always throwing stuff away or selling it. But as I said, if you considered everything really good that I mentioned before, now would be the point where you happily can get rid of something because you really don't have another solution or you can't do anything to that thing, maybe as I said, repair it, to make it work again. And then it is really time to get rid of something because, as I said, if you only carry the essentials, you don't want to have something in your bag or your suitcase that will weigh you down for no obvious reason at all. As you can see, when it comes to the essentials in your life, especially for a one-bag life, you always need the time to consider everything before you maybe do a wrong decision and regret it in the end. For me, I always try to find a way to not get rid of something or to not declutter something, but honestly, even when I try to find maybe another solution for it, there will be sometimes some items, maybe like the camera I showed you oftentimes in this video, that I don't have a use case anymore. So I need to get rid of it because for me it saves a lot of weight and a lot of mental clutter. But now that you know everything that you should consider before you get rid of something for a one-bag life, here is my single best tip: how you can easily declutter everything in your home for every kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. Use boxes. Put everything that you want to declutter into boxes and keep them out of mind and out of sight. So maybe you start room by room, or you do everything all at once. The most important thing is that you get like some boxes that you can write down the name of the room or whatever it is, that you know what you want to declutter for what reason. And honestly, if you put them away, set a limited amount of time that you would say if you don't use these items in this limited amount of time, maybe 1 month or 3 months, 6 months or 1 year, then you just put everything that is inside this box away. You donate it, you sell it, or you throw it away. But most importantly, if you really need something out of these boxes, just get it from them. So these boxes are not there to stay there forever. It's actually, if you really need something, take it out of the box. But be honest to yourself, if you reached your milestone from 1 month or 3 months or a year, then you really need to put everything that's left in the boxes to a better place. As I said, sell it, donate it, or throw it away. And it's actually that easy to declutter your home, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment with what you consider before you get rid of something. The next video will be about the question what to do when two people have very different lifestyles. In the meantime, you can watch my last video where I show you how I will implement and how you can implement a one-bag life into your day-to-day life. And also, don't forget about the weekly one-bag life community post that is posted with this video. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.